Greetings, everyone. Greetings, and welcome to Progressive Discussions, as seen on the web with hard-hitting truth since 2007. I'm your host, James P. Madonna, and the weeks go by fast. It is Sunday afternoon, and it is the end of January, 2023. The first month is almost gone already. Time and tide waits for no man. Today there will be NFL final playoffs for the AFC and the NFC before the Super Bowl. Now, I don't really like any of the teams that are in the playoffs, and if I watch any of them on my phone, or if I don't watch any of them, I could care less. But if I had to pick a team, I picked the Philadelphia Eagles because I'd like to see the Super Bowl champions be located in the northeastern United States, where I am located. Keep the championship in the Northeast. And they have an outstanding team. the way they manhandled the New York Giants, defeating them in every game this season, making them look pathetic, and they were. I mean, Philadelphia is only 2 hours away from me without traffic. Okay, so, good luck to them. But I could put the game on my phone because I have the cable app on my phone, so I can watch TV on my phone. I just can't show it because, some kind of copyright from the NFL. So, how is everybody doing? How was your last week of January? And February will be here soon. And my prediction is February will go just as fast as January, which means we will be getting closer and closer to springtime and spring training in Major League Baseball is probably going to start very soon, if not started already. I don't think there's any competition games yet, but this is a good chance for the I don't want to call them pathetic because they really had a good season up until the playoffs. The New York Yankees, the home team where I'm located, I mean, they were in first place in the American League East by a long distance. They were way ahead in first place for the whole season. And then they fold like cheap cameras in the playoffs, in the off season, and they became pathetic against the Houston Astros. So the Yankees, with their great seasonal record, goes into the playoffs, and their testicles shrivel like raisins. So they made some changes. They're very determined this coming season. They regained Aaron Judge, and they're right now they haven't decided on their left fielder yet. They need a good, solid left fielder, and there's a lot of players that are going to compete for that permanent position this spring training. There's definitely going to be a couple new faces in the infield. I'm glad that what's his name? Anyway, hold on for a second. Anthony Rizzo. I am very happy that Anthony Rizzo is back at first base. I think he's a fantastic ball player all the way around. And I'm happy to see him back. So anyway, they'll get that good, solid left fielder. I really like this Dominican kid, Oswaldo Cabrera. Oswaldo Cabrera. I was very impressed with him. I really was. I think he has tremendous potential, and he can play left field or the infield also. He did a great job. He had a great attitude in the off season, last year. And there's another superstar farm, AAA farm league prospect. They're bringing up Anthony Volpe. He's supposed to have a lot of potential. And I think the guy from the Pittsburgh Pirates, the outfielder, what was his name? Brian Reynolds. His last name was Reynolds. He wanted too much money to come to the Yankees. You know, the thing that Brian Cashman, the general manager, should avoid is paying top dollar, paying way too much for established geezers. I say old geezers, okay, with a good past track record. And I will emphasize the word past track record. They were great players when they were younger, and then they became well known and they became established, and then they got older. And Cashman has a tendency to acquire these older yet established players that made a name for themselves in the past. And Father Time will tick away, the sands of the hourglass will flow, and those established older players will be ready for the glue factory. So I wouldn't even bother getting them. I would get all potential superstar AAA farm young guys that want to make a name for themselves, like the Rocky movie, The Eye of the Tiger. They have the eye of the tiger, and they really are enthusiastic about performing, and they're not going to cost a fortune. And that's what I would do. Personally, that's what I would do. You get a couple of famous established players on there. I mean, the Yankees have them. Now, I feel really bad for the Boston Red Sox team and the Boston Red Sox fans, because the general manager, they have Chaim Bloom, his name, Chaim Bloom. He's a cheap motherfucker. And just now, the last minute, they're starting to rebuild their club. But it's just like what my grandparents used to tell me about people going into business. You got to spend money to make money. And this guy is a cheap fuck. He's penny wise and pound foolish. He cuts his nose off to spite his face. So I'm very angry for and supportive of the Red Sox fans. So this Chaim Bloom better get his head out of his ass and do the right thing. Okay, we have greetings from Mr. Ronnie S. of Clearwater, Florida, formerly from Long Island. And happy Sunday to you. Feliz Domingo to Ronnie S. Now, the invasion of the Pirate Festival, did that start already, Ronnie S., in Tampa? This is an annual tradition, right? That's probably where they got the nickname for the football team from, the Buccaneers, Tampa Buccaneers. They probably got it from this festival. But that must be a lot of fun. I always love pirates, the adventure and the glamorous lifestyle of the pirate, and how they have a Robin Hood approach to life. Steal from the wealthy royal families. At that time, you had what is it, King Philip of Spain. You had the the greedy, selfish, uh, lazy, welfare cheat royal family that used to hoard all of the wealth, all of the wealth and the natural resources of their country, and the people got nothing. They got shit. And then the pirates turned around and they did the right thing. They raided those ships, like those Spanish galleons, and they confiscated the booty, the gold. So they had a Robin Hood way of thinking and approach to life. Oh, it's only one day? Why can't they do it like mainland China does their combination New Year's and Spring Gala Festival, which is 15 days long. It's still going on. And yes, they get a nice vacation from work. And it ends with the famous and very beautiful Lantern Festival. So I want to salute and dedicate this show. I know I did it last week, I think, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to dedicate this show to to China's New Year, the Year of the Rabbit, and the Spring Gala Festival and the Lantern Festival, where they have beautiful lanterns all over hanging. Only one day. Damn capitalism. They can't wait for people to get back to work. Heaven forbid. They should give the American worker a break. They really suck. Well, thank you for stopping by. I mean, I usually send the links out around 4. Let me get these readings out of the way. Okay, let me start with this one. Of course, every time I go to an article, I get all kinds of bullshit appearing in front of me. All right. Okay, the problem I'm having with this program, StreamYard, is that my audio, my microphone is for some reason, for some strange illogical reason, is not picking up any audio from any website at all. Only guests and myself, and what do you call any audio that's coming off my hard drive. Let's see what Ronnie says before I get into this article. It's actually about a week of festivities leading up to the main festival parade, which was yesterday. Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Artificial intelligence is here. Artificial intelligence is here, and it's coming for your job. No kidding. So promising are the tools, capabilities that Microsoft, amid laying off 10,000 people, has announced a multi-year, multi-billion-dollar investment in the revolutionary technology, which is growing smarter by the day. Yeah, too smart. like too smart, where they're already able to hold an intelligent conversation with any one of us, and displaying a sense of humor, emotion, and making decisions on their own, thinking, being free thinkers, which is something that a lot of humanoids do not do. And the rise of the machines leaves many well-paid workers vulnerable, experts warn. Wow, experts don't have to tell us. Artificial intelligence is replacing the white-collar workers. Oh, you mean the pencil pushers? I don't think anyone can stop that, said Pang-Chang Shi, an associate dean in the Department of Computing and Information Sciences at Rochester Institute of Technology. This is not crying wolf, she told the Post. The wolf is at the door. From the financial sector to healthcare to publishing, a number of industries are vulnerable, she said. I mean, SHI, the man. But as artificial intelligence continues its mind-blowing advancements, he maintains that humans will learn how to harness the technology. Okay, and here is a robot, an android without the soft silicone skin, right, wearing a tie. There you go. Now this android is ready for the office, and they even have resumes. How about that? Artificial intelligence is already at a point where it can do the jobs people are paid for. Yeah, then they don't get sick, they don't get tired, they don't get hung over from being a booze hound. All you do is plug them in. So if a man gets one of those real lifelike androids from Japan, they have robots in Japan, instead of taking them out for dinner and cocktails, you just plug them in. You just recharge their batteries. Artificial intelligence is already having an impact on multiple industries, professors warn. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Already, artificial intelligence is upending certain fields, particularly after the release of ChatGPT, a surprisingly intelligent chat box released in November that's free to the public. Ah, that should be interesting to check out, Mr. Ronnie S. Okay, ChatGPT. Earlier this month, it emerged that consumer publication CNET, I know it well, had been using artificial intelligence to generate stories since late last year. I know some people that generate a lot of stories. We call them bullshit artists. A practice put on pause after fierce backlash on social media. Academia was recently rocked by the news that ChatGPT had scored higher than many humans on an MBA exam. Well, that's understandable. The amount of data stored on a machine and the ability to retrieve it with lightning speed is going to surpass any humanoid. All right, administered at Penn's elite Wharton School. Ah, the elite Wharton School, Pennsylvania. After Darren Hick, a philosophy professor at South Carolina's Furman University, caught a student cheating with the wildly popular tool. He told the Post that the discovery had left him feeling abject terror. for what the future might entail. Yeah, it'll entail. Be his tail, his ass will be grass. Hick and many others are right to be worried, said Chinmay Hegde, a computer science and electrical engineering associate professor at New York University. Certain jobs in sectors such as journalism, higher education, graphic and software design, these are at risk of being supplemented by artificial intelligence, said Hegde, who calls Chat GPT in its current state, quote, very, very good, but not perfect, unquote. All right. For now, anyway. Here's a look at some of the jobs most vulnerable to the fast learning, ever evolving technology. And then they go on, and blah, blah, blah. Finance, education, software engineering. You know, I just mentioned all that. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to me. All right. Okay, back to. Okay, the next one is. Oh, gee. This is a Chisley's Hall of Shame Consumer Advocate article. This is interesting. Oh, boy. What does it fucking do this for? All right, let me see. This. Oh, and it boots it off. Why the hell does it boot it off? I didn't close it. All right. New Jersey launches new policy for car. No, that's something else. Consumer alert. Marijuana dispensary scams reportedly on the rise. Oh boy. Welcome to America's version of capitalism, no matter how new the technology is, or no matter how new the industry is. Its evil tentacles always slither in to entwine itself. Okay, with new recreational pot shops now open in Rhode Island and Connecticut, it's no surprise Southern New Englanders want to give legal weed a try. Unfortunately, the Better Business Bureau says scammers are already capitalizing on the interest. Well, if the cannabis is legal, then how come people can't grow it in their home victory gardens alongside tomatoes and eggplants and peppers? I can't understand why. If it's legal. The Better Business Bureau says victims are attempting to purchase marijuana online with the promise of home delivery, but instead scammers are creating fake websites and charging customers phony fees via cash apps. Victims say they're shelling out hundreds of dollars for products that never arrive. So people are getting stiffed. They're ordering the marijuana, they're not receiving delivery. See, now that it is being legalized throughout the different states here in New England, scammers are keen at targeting consumer with potential scams, says Paula Fleming, Chief Marketing and Sales Officer at the Better Business Bureau. The ones that we are hearing via our scam tracker have been identified as scammers that are asking for payment through digital wallet apps such as Zelle or Cash App. She continues, we are encouraging people, if you are purchasing through a dispensary, do not provide payment via those Cash Apps. In addition, to avoid payments via Cash Apps, the Better Business Bureau says it's also important to do your research. So, apparently, using Cash Apps to make purchases is not as safe as using your bank's debit card. Maybe not nearly as safe. Huh. This is the end. This is a new industry in Connecticut and Rhode Island, and many of their businesses are new. If you have any doubts about whether a business is legitimate, visit the business in person before you hand over your money. Sales of recreational marijuana began in Rhode Island in December. Interesting. All right, what else do we have here? Hold on. Bear with me, folks. Let me see what this is about. Why are they shoving some fried eggs in front of me? A catastrophic mutating event will strike the world in 2 years, report says. A World Economic Forum report says business leaders believe a catastrophic cyber event is coming. Cybercrime will grow from a $3 trillion industry in 2015 to a $10.5 trillion industry by 2025. The unpredictable nature of cybercrime increases threats. The 2023 World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, has filled us with lots of uplifting predictions, like how companies will soon decode our brainwaves. The latest warns of a global catastrophic cyber event in the very near future. The most striking finding that we found, World Economic Forum Managing Director Jeremy Jurgens said during a presentation highlighting the WEF Global Security Outlook report for 2023, is that 93% of cyber leaders and 86% of cyber business leaders believe that the geopolitical instability makes a catastrophic cyber event likely in the next 2 years. This far exceeds anything that we see in previous surveys. Add in the extreme unpredictability of these events. Jurgens cited a cyber attack recently aimed at shutting down Ukrainian military abilities that unexpectedly also closed off parts of electricity production across Europe. And the global challenges are only growing. This is a global threat, Jürgen Stock, Secretary General of Interpol. They like the word Jürgen. I remember Jergens lotion, body lotion, remember? Said during the presentation, it calls for a global response and enhanced and coordinated action. He said the increased profits that the multiple bad actors reap from cybercrime should encourage world leaders to work together to make it a priority as they face new sophisticated tools. Ugh. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Sophistication. Okay. All right, what do we got here? Now, this pisses me off because it has a reflection on the current new mayor, Eric Adams. This fucking StreamYard. StreamYard is diddly dicking because they got a bunch of geeks that develop the software and run the company. Anything run by a dorky geek is going to be extremely annoying because they themselves are extremely annoying people. They always was. Chase Bank shutting down its ATMs. Crime is surging in New York City, forcing many companies to rethink how they do business. Unfortunately, the impact is far-reaching as even banks have to make rapid adjustments. A prime example is Chase, whose customers received unwelcome news last week. Man, keep on defunding the police. This is what happens. Hundreds of Chase ATMs dot New York City. So until now, its customers had no problem getting cash for a late night snack or trip to the bar. But that all changed on a dime. This week, the banking giant announced it would no longer allow 24-hour access to many of its ATMs in the city. Oh, 24-hour. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I mean, that seems reasonable in a high crime urban area where that doesn't allow people to go to the ATM machine during the wee hours, you know? Okay, Chase cited multiple reasons for the bad news, including rising crime and vagrancy. Yeah, the homeless psychiatric patients that were let out of mental institutions. Ronald Reagan was the first to do that. Open up the doors to the loony bins, the booby hatches, and let everybody go free. The company determined some areas were no longer safe for its customers late at night. Okay. All right, I would feel the same way. Chase provided a statement to CNN about the closures. It read, in part, "We review our ATM hours on a case-by-case basis, and for a variety of reasons, may decide to temporarily close some overnight. However, the bank did not shutter the impacted ATMs. Instead, Chase instituted adjusted hours. Some ATM vestibules will close around 5 or 6 p.m., but others will remain open until 10 p.m. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay. Related video, scammers posing as Chase Bank steal thousands from our business. See, what I would do is some of the ATMs in very key areas of the city, let's say in Manhattan, not in the low life rundown ghetto boroughs of New York, in Manhattan, like Midtown, whatever. I would keep some of the ATMs open for 24 hours, but I would hire like a vigilante soldier of fortune undercover to be like a night watchman in hiding, just in case anybody suspicious is eyeballing a Chase customer approaching or standing at an ATM, and that person, or they could be an off-duty cop, whatever, but they will be armed, very well armed, and just like Charles Bronson did in the Death Wish movies, I would just have them just blow away the lowlifes, take them out of society, because you're not going to rehabilitate these people. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen, folks. Now, I bet there are people watching the NFL football playoff games, even if their team is not playing, just for the sake of watching football. And there's a good chance that most of these people don't have any money riding on the game. So it really doesn't matter if one team wins or one team loses, unless they do it to get away from their wives or girlfriends. It's possible. It could be just an excuse. All right. I'm a little light with the subject, so I got 2 more left. Now, this might frighten some people. Let me get the share screen going. I don't know why the share screen closes, because I didn't close it. Right. Okay. Here we go. Earth's core is spinning in opposite direction, may lead to slightly shorter days, scientists found. Well, shorter days. I think there should be a shorter work week. I think it's time for the work week for full-time jobs to go from Monday through Friday to Monday through Thursday. I think everybody needs to recharge their batteries with a 3-day weekend. And most people look at Friday like it's part of the weekend anyway. That's why they say, thank God it's Friday. And if they work in the office, they usually have a casual Friday. There was one job Well, it was a temp assignment for Mellon Bank. And the office manager was a real bitch. This black lady, older woman. She says, "No casual Friday. We're casual enough." You know, like she was miserable. She was just miserable. Anyway, thank God I don't have to deal with any of that shit anymore, because I don't have tolerance for bullshit anymore like I used to. Earth's core spinning in opposite direction. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Sunrise and shadow on the Earth in space with star in universe. World realistic atmosphere, 3D volumetric clouds, texture surfaces, elements of this image are first furnished by NASA. Okay. Earth's core may have slowed its rotation before completely switching directions around more than a decade ago. Scientists suggested in a new study. In a report published in Nature Geoscience this week, seismologist Xiaodong Song and Yi Yang of Peking University in China said that the Earth's iron core slowed its rotation. In 2009, it briefly fell in sync with the planet's overall rotation during this time. Then the seismologists say the core turned in an opposite direction per CBS News. We believe the inner core rotates relative to the Earth's surface and back and forth, like a swing, they told AFP. One cycle of the swing is about 7 decades, the team explained, meaning that the core would switch direction about every 35 years. The change in the rotation would shorten the length of the day by a fraction of a millisecond over 12 months. Oh my God. And the article makes it sound like, you know, we're heading for a global crisis or a global catastrophic event. But the media really cracks me up, I'm telling you. So melodramatic. The study suggested, as noted by the Wall Street Journal, frighten people to get them to buy your publication. Okay, all right. Here's the core of the Earth. All right, and so it's spinning in the opposite direction. Cross section of the varying layers of the Earth. All designed on this image is fuck. I'm not going to give accolades to the people who created these computer simulated images. Earth's core is surrounded by a fluid outer core of molten iron and nickel that is 1,500 miles thick. Yeah, so magma consists of molten iron and nickel, maybe. It is located roughly 3,100 miles below the surface and is believed to produce the magnetic field surrounding the planet. The researchers estimated that the core also changed directions sometime in the 1970s and could switch again in the 2040s. It's a while off. AFP reported. They also believe all of Earth's layers are physically linked to each other. Yeah. William Shatner reveals mixed emotions from the trip to space. Everything I had thought was wrong. Oh, okay. We hope our study can motivate some researchers to build and test models which treat the whole Earth as an integrated dynamic system, they said, according to CBS News. Yeah, got to keep plugging them, right? During their study, the team of analyzed seismic waves from earthquakes over the last 6 decades. All right, is that the, okay. John of Vidal, or Vidali, whatever the hell his pronunciation is, a University of Southern California seismologist told AFP that there's doubt around the team's findings. He explained that other research suggests the inner core changes directions every 6 years. This is a very careful study by excellent scientists putting in a lot of data, he told the outlet. None of the models explained all the data very well, in my opinion. Okay, got one more. I got one more article. Before I send out the link to join the show, hopefully this won't be a long one. Oh, this is oh, jeez. This is interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. This one is very interesting, Mr. Ronnie S. The one I'm going to read. I can't believe it's actually becoming a reality, because we saw it on one of the Terminator movies, one of the newest Terminator movies. I don't know how it's done, honestly, scientifically. Okay. And there we go. Science and technology. Scientists create liquid metal robot that can pass through bars, Terminator style. The tiny version of the shape-shifting android from T1 demonstrates the material which alternates between solid and fluid states and could help solve medical and engineering problems. So they're experimenting with Lego-shaped robots made from gallium and other metals. Interesting. In the movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the mission of the first Terminator, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, is to protect Sarah and John Connor from the T-1000, a new model of killer robot from the future who is so ductile that it can recover its shape with ease, even after being hit or shot at. Now, Chinese and US scientists have created something akin to a tiny T-1000, the invention made of metal that melts at near room temperature. Okay, this is amazing. Can go from solid to liquid at its creator's will. In the experiments, the robot was able to escape from a cage by going through the bars. It melted down and then solidified again on the other side. It has been able to remove a foreign object from a stomach and solder an LED circuit. This is incredible. The T-1000 in the James Cameron film was a prototype manufactured by the evil company Skynet with a mimetic polyalloy of liquid metal. The new robot, which was presented this week in the scientific journal Matter, is also made with a metal matrix, gallium, which, when pure, melts at 85.6 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 29.8 degrees Celsius. In other words, it melts in your hands. In addition to gallium, the robot contains an alloy of 3 other elements: neodymium, iron, and boron, to amplify its response to magnetic fields. Some amazing stuff here, I tell you. Medicine, not science fiction. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. The robot is made up of material known as magnetoactive phase transitional matter, a MPTM for short. A magnetic field at a certain intensity induces an electric current inside the gallium, generating heat and turning it from solid to liquid. Without reaching that threshold, these magnetic fields can also make the robot jump 20 times its height, rotate at 1,500 revolutions per minute, and move at a speed of 1 meter per second. It might not be as big as the T-1000 in the movie. It is barely a centimeter tall, but it is quite the bundle of energy. Okay, in one of the videos shared by the researchers, one can see the APTM robot in the shape of a Lego minifigure approximately 5 millimeters wide and 1 centimeter high, escape from a small cage by going through the bars in a liquid state and solidifying again once it is free. A magnetic field is used to melt it to a liquid and remove it from the enclosure, explains Carmel Majidi, professor of mechanical engineering at Carnegie Mellon University. In the same way that gallium melts when it approaches 86 degrees Fahrenheit, it solidifies below that mark. And once it has gone through the bars, it returns to being a hard metal. The fact that it melts in your hand does not mean that it cannot be as hard as other metals. This is amazing. The scientists devised several experiments to put their creation to the test. In one, they turned it into a screw that can reach corners, entering a hole in its liquid form and then becoming solid, sealing it. In another, the APTM robot acts as a welder on an LED circuit using part of itself as solder. Gallium works both as a solder and as a conductive material. And like other metals, it has a high electrical conductivity, so it is very effective for connecting circuits. But if it melts at room temperature, what will happen when the circuit gets hot? Well, it works? Question mark. Majidi acknowledges the problem of its change of state. Due to its low melting point, it is possible for gallium to soften and even melt when the circuit gets hot. It will still be conductive in a liquid state, so it would not affect its performance. However, to prevent it from leaking or spilling, it would have to be sealed with rubber or other soft insulating material, he says. As the director of the Soft Machines Lab at Carnegie Mellon, Majidi's field of expertise is soft materials, from crystals to liquid metals, and he is not overly concerned with the prospect of his MPTM melting. Most of my research focuses on liquid metal circuits in which the conductive material remains liquid during circuit operation. As long as the metal is properly sealed and insulated, leaks aren't usually a cause for concern, he explains. Okay, the creators of the MPTM think that it could have important medical applications. Using a human stomach model filled with water, they solved 2 very common problems in medicine. In one, they led the robot to a foreign body that needed to be removed. Once next to it, a magnet melted the robot, which then proceeded to envelop the object. Then, after it cooled down, they quickly extracted it with magnets. In the other, they tested the administration of a drug wrapped in MPTM. Once it got to where it was needed, it melted and released the drug. Chang Fang Pen, an engineer from the Chinese University of Hong Kong and co-author of the paper, explained that giving robots the ability to switch between liquid and solid states endows them with more functionality. What comes next, he says, is promoting this system of materials to solve some very specific medical and engineering problems. Now, this is a really fascinating science and technology article. It really is. And wow. And that's it. That is it. Oh yeah, M&Ms. M&Ms. The booze hounds don't matter if it melts in their mouth as long as there's alcohol in it. Oh, okay. Now I begin. Let's see. I need to take a 30-second to 1 minute. I'd say a 1 minute break. Not even 1 minute. Might be less. Okay, there's the link. Oh, here's the 4-leaf clover for that. Hopefully will bring good luck to us during the show. All right. Bear with me. Bear with me. I will be back. Well, actually, I do have to run to the lavatory. All right. I'll be right with you. It's the spice of life. Oh, man. Well, all right. Oh, so, uh, how's your weekend going, Mr. Ronnie S., or anyone else who's out there watching the show? Um, well, that concludes the serious part. Well, not the serious part, because any part of the show can be serious, just like any part of the show can be funny. It could be adult oriented. It could be, as comical as they come. If somebody wants to bring up a serious topic, being that this is an uncensored multi-topic show, people are welcome to discuss anything they want. They want to smoke some cannabis in their pipe, they can do it. They want to drink alcoholic beverages, they can do it, as long as they behave themselves and they don't become nasty and aggressive, and they're courteous with the other people on the show. Everything will be fine. Tonight's dinner for me, because I did the show today, will be ordering Chinese takeout, which is a good selection. Yesterday, I made organic whole wheat spaghetti with red clam sauce this time. With red clam. No, I'm sorry, that was Friday. Yeah, the whole wheat spaghetti with red clam sauce was Friday, and it was delicious. Yesterday, I cooked 2 hot and spicy with Cajun dry rub. I cooked 2 turkey legs, 2 turkey drumsticks, with a huge Idaho potato. Now, some people call them legs, some people call them drumsticks. They're actually the calf muscle of the chicken or the turkey. It's the calf, because the drumstick is attached to the thigh. Well, what do we have? We have a thigh attached to our hip bone, to our pelvic area, and then you go south, you go down further, and you have the calf, which is made up of the 2 muscles, soleus and gastrocnemius. Okay, soleus and gastrocnemius. If you do standing calf raises, you are working the soleus. If you do seated calf raises, sitting down, you are hitting the gastrocnemius. Okay, that's enough anatomy. Okay, got some. Let's see how many messages. Oh, okay. All right, sir. Um, mm-hmm. Okay. Now, what I've observed, talking about consumer issues, when you go shopping these days, you have less and less cashiers scheduled to work. There are less and less. Now there's about average 2 cashiers. Because why? They're pushing the self-checkout section. They want more and more shoppers to do self-checkout, and they frantically try to get everybody to do it. So obviously they can reduce the workforce, and they don't have to schedule or hire that many cashiers. They could lay people off. They do the same thing in the banks. Now that they have the high-tech ATM machines where you can put a personal check into the ATM machine or cash, as long as you position them the right way, you can make deposits. Okay, and it does many of the things that it has many of the functions that were normally done by bank tellers. So that's why now you have like one teller, and I think if it gets too busy, the bank manager comes over and helps out, and then the bank manager walks away because they want people to use that new ATM machine so they don't have to have much of a work staff, work personnel. It can be reduced so the greedy motherfuckers can save money. Okay, and the same thing's going on now in the supermarket, and the same thing's going on in department stores. If you go to Target, if you go to Walmart, especially Walmart, the Walton family that owns Walmart, they're greedy scumbags. So I refuse. I refuse. I refuse to ring my own groceries. So what? So they can accuse me of shoplifting like they did to other people. And why should I uh, ring up my own food? Why? I'm paying. People are paying a premium price for groceries anyway. There should be a cashier to service you, to provide customer service. So, shame on you, retail America. And the bank system. This is the nature of capitalism, and you're going to see layoffs like this in exchange for computerized artificial intelligence. You're going to see it more under a Republican administration because they only care about making a fast buck. That's all they're really concerned with. It's a profit before people and the planet. And if you're dealing with the established two-party system, you're also dealing with politicians who are paid off and kowtow to big pharma, big agri, big oil, and the military-industrial complex. So, yeah. So it looks like, for the most part, it looks like people are probably glued to the playoffs, the playoff games, even though being so fanatical about the football games is not going to change the quality of their lives one fraction. Okay. Hold on. Let me just take care of something. All right. Okay, I sent the link out. Let me just keep the link like this. Okay. And let me have a little intermission here. Hey, there he is, the one and only.
Greetings.
Greetings, my right-hand man, Mick Von Raven. Here, I took an intermission break.
There you go. Pause for the cause.
That was intermission.
Yes.
Not out of commission, but intermission.
There you go.
Oh, let me increase this a little bit. So, you're watching the first game. Was it Philadelphia and San Francisco, right?
I expected a much higher score.
Oh yeah, what's the score?
7-7.
Oh gee, really?
Yeah, we're in the second. We'll see what happens here. I'm rooting for the Eagles. They knocked the quarterback out. The Eagles knocked out the Niners quarterback, Brock Purdy.
Really?
He hurt his elbow on the throw. They got in on him and his hand hit somebody and it was ugly.
So so instead of looking purdy, he's looking ugly.
Yeah, it's not looking good. But the the running back got a touchdown for the Eagles, but I mean, excuse me, the Niners. We'll see. The Eagles need to break out here and score again.
I want the Eagles to win. They got a great team, really.
Philadelphia Freedom. Come on now.
And they made the Giants look pathetic this past season.
Yeah, I think they're going all the way. That's my thought.
The Giants, their testicles shrank to shriveled raisins.
Yeah, the Giants blow. I've never been a Giants fan. Sorry to tell you. The Giants and the Jets for me are this because I'm in Chicago, so this was unnecessary roughness at the end. He was out of bounds when they threw him, but they didn't throw a flag. So I was speaking to a young lady from Facebook dating, and she was in Florida. I said, well, let's talk when you get to town. And she's come to town, and we talked. She's studying being RN. She wants to be a nurse practitioner.
Oh, yeah, they can prescribe drugs, medication.
Yeah. A little opioid problem. So we spoke. She seems nice. Hopefully we'll meet eventually, maybe next week. She's from the Bahamas.
Oh, I remember you mentioning something about
Yes.
She lived in Florida.
Yeah, she finally made it back to Chicago where she had lived before. I don't know if she grew up in Chicago. I think so.
It's I mean, it's a different lifestyle. I mean, I've been to Florida a squillion times. It's a different lifestyle. Coming from a major metropolitan area, major city, and the suburbs, and then going to Florida. Now you could live near a city in Florida. That's true. You could be in the suburbs like Ronnie S. lives outside of Tampa in Clearwater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, there's civilization there. There's life. And all the wrestlers. There's a lot of wrestlers that live there. And then or you can be a victim of crime and live in the Miami area, which is not good.
Remember when the rash of tourists were murdered in Miami?
Tourists were murdered in Miami?
Yeah, there was a run on it. Go on vacation, they'd be murdered.
You mean like a mugging kind of a thing?
And it ended in murder.
He's outside in the beautiful 80 degrees, but it's drier in the wintertime, right, Ronnie S. in Florida?
Yeah, one of the other problems is the humidity of Florida.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, I'm not a fan of humidity myself.
It's like a steam bath,
Yes, it is. It is.
There was this. I heard a story of this. These Italian guys that drove to Florida, and they was and this riffraff came up to the driver's side up to the door, and he was obviously riffraff. The guy, the Italian guy, took out I don't know what the hell, a 44 Magnum. He says, "Get the fuck away from me in my car, or I'll kill you right where you stand."
Oh man.
With the 44 Magnum.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very good time.
Yeah, I love the whole. Well, it could get out of hand because you can have crazy lunatics be vigilante. It's not going to be Charles Bronson.
You saw Scarface, the remake, right? Where with Pacino and the scene in the bathtub with the chainsaw. Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Miami.
I want to introduce you to my little friend, right?
Say hello to my little friend.
Say hello
They put him on a job where he was supposed to get killed, and he turned the tables and killed the people. That Scarface remake was really a different movie. It wasn't even a remake to me.
Yeah, I, I, I don't have concrete evidence, but by talking to enough people, the Miami Cubans were the Cubans with the money that fled Cuba before the Castro regime reached Havana. So
Mm.
before Castro reached Havana, the uh, the Cubans with the bucks, they took off, and a lot of them went to Miami. I think some went to Mexico City, and then Batista, the um, the corrupt General Batista, I think he was a general who ran.
Whoa! Eagles just scored.
Oh, really? Yeah, he went to Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. He had the American mob came um, to rescue his casino industry, to run the casinos at the hotels.
At Dominican?
And no, in Cuba.
Yeah, yes. Cuba was big with those gambling and all that. It was quite
Yeah,
a entertainment district.
yeah, and it was cranking after they came to run the casinos and
Yeah.
hotel casinos. Yeah, and teach them how to do it. The casino industry was really rocking there in Cuba, and then when the revolution took place, he took all his loot and he fled to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. But
Wow.
but the Cubans in Miami, who other Latin people tell me all they do is complain.
Oh.
Yeah, they're the Cubans with the money.
Oh, they're complaining about what? Being rich?
Miami has changed a lot since the early 1980s. Nothing like Scarface. So would you say Miami is a more crime-ridden area today, Ronnie?
I would have to guess it is.
I'm just disciplining my mug.
So that video they released in Memphis was very just disturbing. I couldn't watch it all, and that I don't know what's going on in this world. Police officers, I don't know. I guess you're not supposed to resist arrest. That's one thing that I know for sure.
Well, if you yeah, if you give them, if you resist arrest, you're giving them a hard time, and they have to work. Now they have to work harder to try to subdue you, and they
They'll
and they
knock you the hell out.
and they get frustrated, they get pissed off, and yeah, the best thing to do is to say very little, and just say what you have to say, and just do nothing. Just allow them to bring you in, and then you get to talk to an attorney.
Exactly.
That's it. You don't give them a hard time.
Yeah, there's no reason to resist arrest. It always seems to not
Oh,
turn out very well at
oh.
all.
Ronnie says it's a lot less crime ridden. It's mostly just touristy. Now,
Oh,
when you say touristy, are you talking about like South Beach, the famous South Beach in Miami? Because I've been there, and
well, there was a run of tourist murders, and I can't remember how long ago.
yeah,
It was a
what's
problem.
South Beach was um, the main drag is Collins Avenue. Collins, I think it was. That's where like all the famous Miami hotels are located, and I think Collins Avenue goes to Miami Beach. I believe they have a different mayor. It's like it's a different municipality compared to the actual city of Miami. So Miami Beach,
Yeah,
yeah,
I believe that. I just looked up that Miami tourist murders. I believe that was a while ago, but it did happen a lot.
yeah. Well, there was a lot of riffraff where my late cousin, she passed away, but when she lived in Margate, which is outside of Fort Lauderdale, there was a lot of riffraff moving in there too. Broward County, you had a lot of like West Indians and you know, yeah, the famous South Beach. There are ghetto areas in North Miami, but it's the same in any city as far as that goes. Yeah, even Orlando has a bad area. Tampa has a bad area, I heard too. You know,
in,
I would just use like not the National Guard.
in the ghetto.
Oh, the song. And another
Elvis tune. In the ghetto.
child was born in the ghetto.
Rest in peace, Marie. Lisa Marie. That was sad.
What's with all these famous people's kids like not living a full lifespan?
I don't know. They got too much golden spoon in their mouth. I'm not sure. And
Their problems are not like our problems. They're
well, I believe I heard she was heartbroken after her son committed suicide. Elvis's grandson. He was in his late 20s and he took his own life.
yeah. Marie Osmond's kid committed suicide, right?
Oh, I think so. It's terrible.
But he was gay, and the family.
The Mormons aren't good with that, eh?
Yeah, they didn't treat him properly.
Well, that's too bad.
And then and of course the guilt really came down on Marie Osmond, and yeah, Chicago's well, they got that mayor, what's her name, Smelly Feet, Flatfoot,
You mean Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice, Flatfoot, Smelly.
Bug-eyed Beetlejuice. I certainly hope she doesn't win re-election. There's been so much murders and crime in Chicago. She's done nothing to stop that. Nothing at all.
She's like the female, like the black female mayor of Baltimore, and the other one that was mayor of Washington D.C. During the insurrection. What do they do? They're soft on crime because, for the most part, they don't want to hassle their own people. Just like when David Dinkins was mayor of New York City, and Ronnie is young. I don't know if he remembers Dinkins, but you had all the aggressive panhandlers out there, like young guys that could get a job, that could hold a job, and you have all these young guys aggressively panhandling and bothering people. Like, give me $5, give me $20, give me.
Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a good way for somebody to blow, to take you out, man.
Oh yeah.
You start saying, "Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me."
There's a song. I think it's Black Flag. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I need some more.
The Batman villain, Lightfoot. She looks like a Batman villain. She could be. She looks like Beetlejuice, like a tall female Beetlejuice.
She's very unattractive and not a very good mayor.
Yeah, she's you had a governor that was corrupted, right? There was it the fat guy with the black hair slicked back.
No, he's still here. We had Blagojevich that was arrested for corruption. The governor now has not been arrested in any charges ever.
Oh, yeah, he seemed pretty sharp. He was a guest on Andrew Cuomo's show.
He's comes from a very wealthy family.
Yeah. Andrew Cuomo is on News Nation now.
Another touchdown for the Eagles. It's now 21-7.
Holy crap.
And it's been 2 rushing touchdowns. So, I can't remember the first one.
Yeah, but the Eagles, like, they're you could tell they got spunk, they got vitality, they're aggressive.
Sure.
They're playing. You could see, how aggressive they were. I mean, like the perfect season that Chicago had many years ago.
Yes. Yes,
The perfect season. Did they didn't lose a single game that season, right?
no, they did. They lost one to Miami. They should have beaten them.
Yeah, they cheated. Miami, they must have had some of their relatives were the referees.
Yeah, I don't know. That whole thing was a scam. I personally don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that Mike Ditka was a pretty good football player when he was younger.
Yeah, he got traded to the Cowboys, and I think he won a championship with them.
Roger, I bet Roger Staubach was the quarterback at that time
Somebody before him, I think.
before Staubach. Because
Yes.
Staubach came out of Navy, I think. He was
Really?
a Navy midshipman, Annapolis, Maryland,
I
United
think he
States.
played with Dan Reeves when Dan Reeves was a running back. The late Dan Reeves, the head coach, former head coach of the Falcons and the Broncos. Yeah, Ditka played with him. And I think if he played with Staubach, it was near the end of Ditka's career, and Staubach was young. That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, I'm kind of mellow today, not as lively as last time.
Oh no, there's a lot of liveliness in me. I'm just trying to, take a few breaths, get some,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
speaking for me.
yeah, all of a sudden there's this. I'm starting to see this sort of light porn or very very light adult material on Facebook popping up.
Really?
Yeah, I sent you. I don't know if I did. I think I put one on the group. Fuck you, Facebook.
I'll have to look.
I think I did, and I'm
One
very.
time I saw a full nude shot on Facebook. It said it was the made in the shade without the bikini. It was fully nude. I was like, what? And then I saved it. I'm sure it was deleted later on, I'm guessing.
I like when they use a play on words. They'll take like a famous movie, and they'll change the words to the title and make it real funny, and it'll be a porn like romancing the bone instead of romancing the stone. Romancing the bone.
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah, romancing the bone. Um. Yeah. So, Ronnie, what are you doing there? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're outside by the pool. That's right. When he's outside by the pool,
Yeah.
I think he's using his iPhone. I think an iPhone is not compatible unless you try again and again and get lucky like Mick does. I don't want
I
to
I use
say
Safari to get on that.
and you've been, knock on wood, you've been lucky
Yes, yes, I have.
in the ghetto.
Oh, the Kama Sutra of sex positions. That's what you found on Facebook.
Conversation. Oh, and the other one, about this porno.
Porn star. Yes, that's nice of her.
She's talking about the importance of eating ass.
That is so nice of her.
Yeah, Ronnie, there was two very questionable. Now, if Facebook is allowing that, they should not bust your balls about stupid things.
No, they shouldn't. I think that's some good information she's passed on.
The importance of eating ass. Eating ass.
Yes, it's very important. If you ever
Now,
want to stick your penis there, you've got to kiss it first.
now, if if oral sex on the vagina is considered cunnilingus, then
Analingus.
Analingus, it's called.
Yes, my son Lingus.
Is that where they got the name Aer Lingus? The airline to Ireland.
I don't know. I'm not certain. I cannot verify nor deny.
I got my shillelagh over there. I should get it.
Uh-oh, be hitting me with my shillelagh.
Hold on, let me get the shillelagh. Hold on, let me put my 4-leaf clover up there.
There you go. What's that song? I've been looking over your 4-leaf clover.
All right, here we go.
How the rest of it
I'm
goes.
looking over the 4-leaf clover that I overlooked before.
Shillelagh's a good weapon.
Yeah, blackthorn. It's very hard. It's very hard wood. Actually, this is a cudgel. This is what the leprechaun in the horror movies walks around with. This is exactly.
And clubs people with it, you mean?
Yeah, he wraps them on the knees, and where's me gold? Where's me gold?
Nice.
When Leprechaun in the Hood, that was a funny movie. And then it was Leprechaun Returns to the Hood, and he talks to this guy that was smoking marijuana, and he says, a friend with weed is a friend indeed,
Oh,
but a friend with gold is best, I'm told.
nice.
The Commodore is here from Boston, Massachusetts, now residing in New Brunswick, Canada. The maritime provinces. Oh, me pot of gold. Oh, me lucky charms.
Isn't that the New Brunswick? As in Canada, isn't it called New Brunswick?
New Brunswick, yeah.
Okay.
What did I say? Brunswick?
Yes.
Brunswick? No, I think the original Brunswick is probably in England.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
The maritime.
Part of my con. I don't have one of those sticks to hold, those selfie sticks. I'm fresh out of it.
Well, my sister gave me a telescopic tripod for my phone that comes
That's
up.
my nickname in the locker rooms. The
Tripod?
Tripod.
No, it's a tripod for the phone, so it can,
Nice.
you can bring it right up to, if you're tall, you can actually bring it up to your eye level, and set up your phone with it. That was
Nice.
nice of her. She always gets me practical Christmas presents, things that I can use.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, I didn't send you the link. I can't hear you because you didn't, like, in other words, there's the link to be on the show. So if you want to be on the show and you want to talk, don't use this, but close my my YouTube channel page, because you can't have, yeah, it'll echo. You can't have the mic picking up like your voice and then my voice at the same time. It'll be really not good. So anyway, there's use that link. It's in the commentary. Just scroll upward, and you'll see it. Oh man. Yeah, like you're on StreamYard? You can't be, because I don't see it.
You try using Safari.
No, try you know what? Go out and come back. Oh, I sent you. Oh, that's right. I did send you the link on Messenger.
Yeah, I got the link.
Yeah, go out and click on it again and come back. That's strange.
It happened to me that one time, remember? First time was good. Second time I got a little goofed up.
And you says, James, I'm here. I'm in the basement. I'm here.
Yes.
Right. When you click on the link, it'll ask you what name you want to use. You type it in, and that's it. But I don't see you. I don't see your little video underneath. I it's very strange. Interesting. Wonder if you're being blocked. All right. Listen. Go all the way up into the upper left-hand corner of the screen where the URL, it'll say StreamYard in the URL, and you'll see a tiny, teeny padlock to the left of that. Click on that little tiny padlock and make sure the camera and the microphone is accepted. It's a tiny little padlock. Yeah, like you see where my finger is? It's pointing. Yeah, just follow my finger and go up to the left-hand corner until you see the URL. So it says StreamYard.com. And to the left of that, you'll see a little teeny tiny padlock. Just make sure you click on that. It'll be like a drop down. And make sure that click yes, accept your audio and your video. That makes sure that it recognizes your microphone and your audio. And I mean your microphone and your webcam. I learned that the hard way. I had a problem way many moons ago. Because
hopefully I'm gonna get back to some concerts soon. I haven't been to any in a while, so there's some things that are coming up. Hopefully.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, I think you might like the band at Erickson.
I've heard some of it, I believe, before you joined.
Oxblood Forge?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Might have one of their albums. I don't know for sure.
Okay.
So the Eagles were up 21-7 at halftime.
Yeah, something weird is. Hold on for a second.
I mean, trying to get the third person on, that something's not working out.
Yeah, this happened before with him, with the internet that he uses up in Canada.
Oh.
Well, that's it. I see you right now on Messenger, and I see the StreamYard links. Why isn't it bringing you in? This is an unsolved mystery.
Unsolved pain in the ass.
Yeah. Let's see if my sister will come on. So she'll talk about how to make the ultimate lasagna. That's if she comes on. Let's see. Yeah, the invasion of the pirates is over.
What's the invasion of the pirates? A movie?
No, it's an event that takes place every year in Tampa. You know,
Ah,
the ships come in,
sure.
and it's a fun event. It's a festival, and
All
it
right.
lasts a little more than a week. Um, I send a link to the astrologer that was on one time. Let me see if she comes on. She lives in Texas, and near Corpus Christi. Oh,
Nice.
yeah. How come your video is not appearing? You're right. You're absolutely right. You have a scratch. You have an itch in the middle of your forehead that needs to be scratched. I got you. Yeah,
That's
that
right.
is that is really really bizarre. Because if he went up to that little padlock and his mic and and webcam is active, it's activated, and he's not appearing.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, yeah, that is definitely an issue.
Definitely.
You know, um, um,
So you switched from Saturday nights to Sunday shows?
yeah, because like a lot of the people, like usually the people that send me messages and participate, they're not like 21 years old. They're older. And what
Yes.
was happening is they were telling me, I'm getting sleepy. I was up real early and I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh.
Like they were saying, yeah, I was up like 5, 6 a.m. and I'm real tired. So
Oh.
I figured if those people are early risers, if those people are early risers, then I might as well come back to Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
I mean, because it's not like I don't have like my following for Saturday nights is really not established yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's now the people that know me from TikTok and Twitter, if they start coming on, now there's variety.
Sure.
But I don't want to go crazy with 1,001 people that are,
Yeah, I have no direction.
well, no, they get a massive volume of commentary that is just coming in like like a pitching machine on a baseball, mound. It's like they're coming in like fast and furious, and
Yeah.
that's what happens at TikTok. I mean, there's massive volume of people,
Okay.
and I don't want to get to that point. I like to deal with like one on one, like I'm talking to you, or if a couple other people I know are here, you know,
Sure.
it's civilized. It's not mayhem.
It's not too busy.
It's not mayhem. Yeah, because if it gets too busy, then I'm going to get to the point where, like for instance, I can have up to 6 people total on video.
Nice.
Okay, I have a free version. So what happens is, if the 6 people are courteous, that's fine. But if people start talking over one another and interrupting each other, it could be a problem. It could
Yeah,
be like
that's bad.
a switchboard operator.
The second
Penguin
half of it.
voice. Quack, 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 quack. Yeah, why does he quack like a duck? Burgess Meredith. Quack, quack, quack.
Because
You're right.
he's a penguin. He's trying to be, I don't, fish like, bird like. I don't know.
Maybe they didn't really know the sound penguins make.
They had too many bad guys in that one. That's why Batman started faltering, and I think Keaton left. They overdid it with the bad guys.
Well,
Too
they
many.
had guest villains.
Catwoman and the
Well-
Penguin and somebody else. I don't know. It was too many
Well-
people.
Well, they had, if you notice, the villains were like special guest stars.
You're talking about the TV show.
Yeah,
I thought. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You said Burgess, not Danny.
not Danny DeVito,
Vito, yes.
who played an outstanding penguin in the movie.
Yeah, he was disgusting looking though.
Yeah, Oswald. His name was Oswald Cobblepot.
Okay.
And no, on the series, they were like all big stars.
You heard the tragedy where they canceled it and some other station wanted to renew it and they already disassembled the lot.
Oh, you
What-
mean you mean the Batman TV series?
Yes, when it was only 3 seasons, and yet it seems like it was a dozen. It's so iconic, and they canceled it. And another, I think it was, let's say it was on NBC, and ABC was going to grab it.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, they went ahead and disassembled the stage and everything. So the it just sucked, from what I heard.
Yeah, that's a shame. So when the network decided to cancel a show that was not, I don't think it was dying in the ratings.
I think the 3rd season, when they added Batgirls, when they started having ratings issues. Not because of her, just they added her to try to help boost it.
Oh, Yvonne Craig as Batgirl.
Yes. And I also like the Green Hornet, although that wasn't syndicated like Batman. Green Hornet's not easy to find.
It didn't last that long.
No, I think that was only a couple seasons, maybe less than Batman, even maybe 2.
Yeah. I mean, it had potential, but the guy
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee and what's his name? Britt Reed or something.
Well, that was a character name.
Character. He
Van
was
Johnson
the both of them, I felt, were too serious. Like when you hear Adam West as Batman,
they weren't doing the campiness on that one. They played that one straight, is why.
It was very like my grandmother used to say, it was very hammy and corny, and he was like, she used to tell me that Adam West as Batman and William Shatner as Captain Kirk were similar. They were very, very hammy and melodramatic actors.
Yeah.
And he was funny. Adam West, the stuff he came out with, him and Robin, they were funny, entertaining characters. But the Green Hornet and Kato were they were too intense, too serious.
No, I still liked them though.
Yeah, it had potential, but they could have brought some villains in there that
they didn't have the good villains like Batman did.
It sounds like, are you at work, Commodore? Because it sounds like you need to reboot. You need to reboot the desktop. I don't know. Something is blocking. Something connected to your Lebanese, the Lebanese boss, the owner of the quarry. He probably has some kind of firewall that is preventing this.
The producer of Batman and Green Hornet, wasn't that William Dozer?
Oh, you mean
the producer that created those shows? William Dozer.
I honestly don't know. I know that Burt Ward had to do a lot of stunts where he got hurt, because I guess they were too cheap. The budget was too low to hire stunt doubles for Burt Ward, for Robin.
Wow.
I think, yeah, they were the budget was too low to have stunt people fill in
crazy
for Robin, and Robin actually got hurt.
I bet.
I mean, where he had to take time off from the show. He was actually injured. Yeah, I mean, Commodore, I think you need to reboot because what's happening makes absolutely no sense. What's happening with you?
Robin's marriage got damaged from that. I know that. That show, he met a lot of women when he was married.
Robin, Burt Ward, and Adam West, they partook in a lot of wild parties with groupies.
I mean, a lot of those Hollywood orgies?
They banged. Both of them banged a lot of women back then.
Yeah, they did.
They really, really did. The stories they were talking about on YouTube, you can find the interviews. I mean, the wild stories with the parties they went to. He had to, especially the costume Robin had. It kind of showed. It showed his bulge.
Yeah.
It showed his bulge.
His bits and twig.
Yeah. Mike, Western Mike, the sharp dressed man.
Yes.
Listen, rowing is fantastic for the entire back, the biceps and forearms, and rear deltoids. Oh, there he is. There he is.
And the Van Williams and Adam West lived by each other before Adam passed in Idaho. They were neighbors. So Van Williams from the Green Hornet and him, they were buddies.
I think you're something's wrong with your microphone because I don't hear you, Commodore. See, check and see if your microphone is on.
No,
you're mute. It doesn't show that you're muted, but you might be. It might be muted on the PC, on the desktop. It might be muted, but it's not muted on the show. So that's probably what's going on. But anyway, what was I saying to Mike, the sharp dressed man? Yeah, so rowing is very effective. Back workout, bicep, forearm, and rear deltoids.
Nice.
You've been a bad girl. Oh, he took off. You've been a bad girl.
The 49ers are in bad shape. I think their third string quarterback got injured.
So Purdy is officially knocked out, right?
I believe so. And then Josh Johnson was walking off the field. They didn't look all that good.
So when
That's
Purdy,
the third stringer,
when they injured Purdy's arm,
his elbow, I think, what got hurt.
Elbow, is that the throwing arm?
Yes.
Now, yeah, I bet they were real happy to do that. Was it a sack?
Yes. Well, no, they disrupted him, and the ball turned into a fumble. So the Eagles got a fumble out of it.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, the next game should be good too. That one's an Arrowhead, but the Chiefs can be beaten in Arrowhead. It's been proven. Oh, Eagles are going for a big shot. Oh, it didn't happen. 3rd and 7 is now 4 and 7. The Eagles aren't quite as dominant, but they do look good. You know, they're not scoring at will. So they scored 3 times, which is great, but I thought they'd start scoring at will now in the third quarter. Yeah, Purdy's might be coming back in. I think.
His boo-boo is getting better?
Well, I think the third stringer got injured. That's my guess. So it's not a necessity.
Third stringer got injured.
I think so.
Well, they probably put a brace on his throwing elbow, right?
A few injections, pain injections, you know. Here comes Purdy. I think that's Purdy. Purdy's back. Yep, he's back.
Purdy's looking Purdy again.
And
Still
we
don't,
have the
I
same-
still don't hear you. Your mic.
Can't
your
hear you.
I think it's your mic on the desktop. Your mic is not active. Oh, me gold. Oh, me gold.
Oh, woe is me.
James, can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I have the mic shut off. It's on my F8 key. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a scratch in the middle of my forehead.
Oh, it's so itchy. Oh, it's so itchy.
Yay! I can finally.
Commodore, this is Commodore.
The horse kicked me in the tricep.
Look at, you got the horseshoe. Looks good. The Commodore is a competitive, drug-free
I'm
power.
going to Tennessee. I'm going to be in the Vintage Strength Games in June. I just talked to Frank on the phone.
Frank DeMeo.
Yep. He's a good guy. I talked to him on the phone.
So what's the next event? Tennessee.
Yep. June.
Oh, that's great, man.
So I shut off my YouTube there, and yeah,
you're clear. You're clear. Your audio is clear. Your voice is clear.
and my bald head looks beautiful, right?
Your bald head looks great, and you
But
know,
I still got a hairy sack. I never shaved it with that. With this stuff, you put Manscaped there or Manscaped?
Manscaping. Well, I used my Jerry gave me aside from giving me a case of Dr. Squatch soaps, he gave me 2 Dr. Squatch deodorants. He also gave me the deodorant for the genitals, for a man's genitals, for the balls,
Yeah.
for the testicles and the schlong. So I put some on. I know they could stink to high heavens. I mean, I know that.
That's okay. Hey, the thing is, when you go to these clubs, are you established? What do you do for a job? Do you rent? Do you own? What kind of car do you drive? Blah, blah, blah. How much is in your 401k plan? Do you have a pension? Blah, blah, blah.
You know, when you're talking to a new woman, it's like the job interview from hell. Like you said, they bombard you.
But why are you paying for other men's children to go to college when you never have the 15 minutes of fun to create them, to conceive them?
Right. Why does this?
Who does that?
Why do these cougars that have hit the wall? They're older. They have children that are not 18 yet. Why do they assume that a man who doesn't really know them that long, they assume he's going to be a prefabricated daddy to somebody else's children?
Yeah.
And they expect the guy to like put them through college and support them. They're not his kids. It's not his responsibility.
I know.
You know,
They all get suckered.
Yes, I always, Western Mike, if you're still out there, here is one of the red pill kings of the universe. Right here is the Commodore Jeff Zambello. He's a red pill.
This is awesome because I get to work and be on live stream at the same time. I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Now, for those that are unaware, Commodore has a few college degrees in accounting. He's a comptroller.
No, controller. I'm the financial controller.
He's a controller, and the
CFO.
He is the executive director of any company's accounting department. Imperial wizard of the accounting department, and He's you've been a bad girl.
And I love to eat at the Royal Hibachi Buffet.
Nice.
Yes, I when he used to come down, we used to go to the Royal Hibachi Buffet for lunch.
But you got to use the ladle or the scoop. You can't to get the fruit de mer, the bouillabaisse. The guy won't let you use the oyster shell.
The zuppa de mar. Yeah, I was using the quahog. Hold on. You know, you gave me an idea. Commodore.
You get the cock dribble, the clam dribble.
Hold on. I'll be back in like 10 seconds.
So buffets took a big hit from COVID, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate.
Some of them come back.
I hope everybody comes back because it's a hard business, you know, being a private enterprise and
Yes.
Even during good times. What's your first name again, sir?
Mike.
Mike. Okay, that's easy to remember.
Mick
That's my
Von
son's
Raven
name.
is my Facebook name.
What is it?
Mick Von Raven is his.
Oh, you're Mick Von Raven.
Yeah, my
You're
face-
awesome.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God. You get some pretty good postings.
They
You're
repost.
like a
post.
real dude. You're a real man. You're not a fucking pussy.
Thank
No,
you.
he's not.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I finally
listen.
get to meet you.
I got
There you
yelled at.
go. Howdy doody.
Mick, I got yelled at the buffet. There was no spoon to
And
scoop
you used
the,
an oyster?
to scoop the broth. You know the
Yeah.
the bouillon
Yeah, but the
broth.
other customers use the low flow fucking faucets and with their dirty hands and the kids sneeze in the food, but they don't get
Yeah.
kicked out of the restaurant.
So what
Okay.
what happened? They kicked you out of the restaurant for that?
No.
No, I got yelled at. Look,
Yeah.
Commodore, I was using the quahog.
Oh yeah.
I was using the quahog to scoop the broth of the sea. What did I call it again?
The fruit de mar of fruit de zuppa.
Something Damar. Anyway,
All
it's
right.
not my fault. It's not my fault he didn't have the ladle out.
Yeah,
So
it isn't.
I used the quahog.
Yeah, but at least your hands are clean, James. The other people use the low flow faucets and their hands are all dirty. And then the kids go in the ice cream station.
This is how they watch. This is how
and they
they watch.
sneeze. The little brats,
Yeah.
they sneeze and use the booger snorts all over the ice cream.
Ugh.
This is how these dudes, these Middle Eastern dudes, wash their hands in the men's room. Like it is a low flow faucet. Like that's it. Like with the soap, and that's it.
I was roped into going to a Chinese buffet with a young lady I had met, and when I finally finished it all, I realized they didn't have anything good. They had 4 different chicken dishes, 4 different kind of chicken for $30 for 2 people. So
Well, for $30 over here, we'll get you one of the high-end buffets.
Wow.
I think it was 30 for the 2 of us,
That's pretty good.
32 or 40.
High-end.
But I mean, you can disguise chicken any way you want, but it's still chicken, even
It's
if you have
still
4
chicken.
different types.
Chicken is cheap, man.
Yeah. I didn't see
You
any-
should be getting scallops
They didn't
and
have beef
shrimps.
there.
You
They
mean-
had some shrimp.
Hey James, you mean scallops from the friggin' Maritimes that the goddamn Canadian fishermen are sending down there?
Right. Yeah.
You work. Keep working faster. Yeah, keep working faster. Oy vey. Yeah, steal the Canadian seafood, Mr. Roger Berkowitz.
Oh, the guys that own Whole Foods.
No, legal seafood.
Oh, legal. No, I'm sorry. That's Zuckerberg. That's Jeff Bezos. Legal Seafood is owned by the Berkowitz family. Right?
You must work faster. You must work
You're
faster.
talking about Bernard Berkowitz, the son of Sam, his
No,
family?
no, not the different.
Oh, that's funny. The son
Okay.
of Sam.
Not those Sam.
I thought maybe
Jeepers.
the son of Sam had a fishery.
The word I was looking for is fruta de mar. Fruta.
Fruit de mar.
Fruta
Then
de
what's
mar.
fruit de zuti? What the hell is that now?
Oh, me gold,
Berkowitz
me
Fish,
gold.
proud home of the son of Sam.
Oh yeah, David Berkowitz was he was a mailman.
Yeah, a friendly
Yeah,
mailman.
He was a
Maybe don't
maniac.
But
Maniac.
now I heard he saw the Holy Spirit. He's born again now.
Yeah,
that's
good
nice.
for him. Maybe they'll welcome him.
They
nicer
all find
now.
God in jail. What? All these guys up here, they all say. At one time, I wanted to be a prison chaplain, so I went to seminary. But the guy, I had a bunch of friends from the gym. They said, "Don't do it, don't do it." They were all ex-prisoners. They said, "Jeff," he said, "everybody in jail finds God, but the moment they get out of jail, they do away with it."
Well, Berkowitz is never getting out of jail. He should have been executed, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, Charles Manson, he died in prison, right?
Yeah, I think they should have executed him as well. I'm into corporate punishment for murderers with the DNA.
Yeah, I like
evidence.
capital punishment too.
Yeah, with the DNA evidence, it's a no-brainer that these were the murderers. It's not like they framed somebody and had him executed like the old days.
I wish they'd use what do they call it? Old Charlie? You know, the electric
The phone
chair?
book?
What is it?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like hitting people with phone books.
Old Sparky. Yeah.
Old Sparky, yes.
Yeah. I
Well,
like that.
You know
They
who I
got,
like?
What's his face? Gacy, John Wayne Gacy. I think he was electrocuted. I can't remember.
Cool.
Oh,
He
that
was the last prisoner that was killed, and he deserved everything that
Yes,
happened
he
to him.
did.
You know what I like better than the electric chair than Old Sparky? The slow hanging, like they did it in the medieval days. Slow hanging.
Yeah, they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
do that in this country.
No
They do it in
gallows with the
Third
with the
world
trap
country
door.
still has the gallows, I'm sure. In the firing squad.
No trap door. No, let it slow hang. So massage. Let the
Oh.
Hey,
news.
Mick,
Yeah.
you know what I'd love to see? Is it
What's-
if some little perp there like raped a bunch of little kids? I'd love to see the uncles and the father and the cousins beat the fucking shit out of them.
Of course.
You know what they did? You know, in this
I'd like
wild,
to see the guillotine brought back.
you know, in
For
this
even
wild-
their body parts for child molesters, chop their dicks off.
Chop the dicks off first.
in this
Yeah.
Wild West movie, they took the guy and they rubbed some kind of sweet flavoring all over him, and they threw him in with the hogs, you know, in the pig.
Oh,
The ball lotion that you got for Christmas there?
The
Scrotum lotion?
manscaping lotion. Yeah. It's in the-
Hey, Mick,
oh,
Mick, James has the best smelling scrotum in America.
I don't want to know that. I'm not hearing that. I'm
All right.
unclouding my mind and getting rid of that information. Eject.
All right. I want to say good morning.
Just say no.
Good-
Just say no.
Good morning. Good morning to Masumi outside of Tokyo, Japan. Good morning.
I'm assuming.
And it is now
Greetings.
I don't know,
Hopefully she
6:20 or 7:20 a.m. Monday in Tokyo. So good morning to Masumi. Thank you for
And
stopping by.
Masumi does not need that info. Hopefully she didn't get it.
Well, it's that's what he gave me, doctor. He gave me the
Yeah, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. At least he doesn't have a fishy smelling scrotum.
Vichyssoise.
All right, I was trying to break away from that. I'm sorry I brought it up again. I withdraw the comment.
Well,
See, Mick, that's your fault.
Well, I will say,
I'm innocent.
I will
I
say
prefer
that
the smell of a vagina, not any scrotum. I've never
That's
smelled
right.
a scrotum, and I continue to have that stance. Vagina only, please.
Yeah, but there's one from Southern New England that James and I really don't appreciate. But anyway, that's for another show.
Okay.
yes.
We'll keep it rated G.
G for
Well-
good or G for golly or
Well,
G for goodness gracious.
great balls of fire. He's
You
gone.
got it.
goodness gracious,
his
great
soul.
boy.
Yeah, he died recently. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Thank
Married
you.
his 13-year-old cousin. That's what you do in the South, apparently.
You're very welcome, Masumi. You're very welcome. Good vibes. Good Vibration. Was that the Beach Boys? Good.
Yes.
Beach Boys.
The
Good,
Beach Boys.
good vibrations.
All right, you are fired as far as singing that song. You're fired. I'm doing a Donald Trump. You're fired.
You're bad.
Ooh, the
Girl.
Eagles just ran for like a giant first down. Well, I was only 10, I guess. I don't know.
What's the score?
21-7 Eagles.
Awesome.
And Brock Purdy was knocked out, but I think Josh Johnson, the third stringer, got knocked out. Now Brock
Oh
Purdy
my
is back
God.
for the Niners.
Well,
shit.
what Eric told me was that at Fenway Park, the reason why he doesn't like going to games at Fenway is that if you're near first base, if you're in the stands near first base, the seats are not pointing towards first base. They're the infield. They're pointing towards the outfield bleachers, so they're diagonal for some reason.
Wow.
They decided to put the seats diagonally facing.
Sounds extra stupid.
Yeah, well, it's 2000. It's 1912. The Fenway Park was built.
Wow.
It's the oldest, stadium. It's the oldest stadium. I have no idea. That's why
Hey,
he said,
Commodore, I wouldn't want you to do my taxes and be on the show at the same time. Just saying.
I've been here for 15 years, and trust me, I could do this stuff in my sleep.
That's the problem. I don't know if I'd pay you to be on the show and do my taxes.
Put it this way: if you get somebody that needs to look up everything, stay away. If you get a lawyer who knows what the hell he's doing, that could actually chew gum and walk at the same time, that's the guy you want. That's how you stay out of jail.
So, Commodore, you're up in Canada?
Yeah, New Brunswick. I'm
Is
from
that where
inner
you're
city,
from?
Boston.
he's from Boston originally,
How
but
did you
he's
end up in Canada for the health
Because
care?
because my wife, she's from Prince Edward Island. See, hold on. I don't know if you can see this.
she's from
I
Prince.
got a beautiful son. He's got Down syndrome.
Oh,
so,
God bless. I'm sorry.
We don't want to
and pray-
raise him in the inner city.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's kind of rough. So
Yes.
we moved up to Prince Edward Island where it's safe. And then I got recruited by PricewaterhouseCoopers as a tax manager to come down to St. John, New Brunswick here.
Wow.
And then I get recruited to come here as the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer and Controller.
Yeah.
And I've been here 15 years and I love it.
Yeah, I would think so. Well, congratulations on that.
So, because I hated doing tax. I did tax for 14 years. I hated it. I only got my master's degree in taxation because I wanted to get a raise in Boston.
Yes.
But no, I got my MBA from Boston University.
Okay.
And that's what I love doing. I like working with people. I like a dynamic life.
Sure.
So, anyways.
There you go.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart cookie.
No, just a humble guy, just a hard worker, just like all you guys. You guys are the same as me.
Except we don't have an MBA. We're not
So
CFOs.
what?
Just
So
that
what?
slight difference. And my ball sack is not smelling as well as James, apparently.
Well,
I don't know. I don't get my nose down there very often to check
but
on it.
we all can't be as great as James.
No.
But I will tell you this: that
Yes.
there is a stench in the male genitalia area, and I'll tell you why. It's not that my neck is like a goose, and I can
You
smell
can stick
myself.
your hand down there. And
You
bring it
mean
up and
after you
smell
eat
it.
asparagus?
No, like if you touch, if you adjust, let's say you have an itch, you have to scratch your crotch area,
Yeah.
and then your hand touches the scrotum, and then you go to smell it. It stinks to high heavens. There is a stench. And I understand why they invented this manscape
Okay. I'd rather
genitalia.
talk about my hand when I touch a nice woman's vagina and I take it up to my nose
Yeah.
and smell it, not your scrotum.
Very
I'm
nice.
just saying, no.
It's beautiful, isn't it, Mick?
Yes, yes.
Now,
I'd
why?
rather talk about the glory of a woman instead of a man's scrotum.
Now, what about the damage?
Eagles just scored 27-7 now.
Okay.
27-7.
Wow.
What about the damage the feminists did where a man, if a man just compliments a woman in the office, she can get him fired.
Oh, like you say, you look nice today. You could get in trouble for
You
that.
get in trouble.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you should say, "Hi, you look acceptable." Is that better?
You're screwed either way, because if you don't give them a compliment, you're in trouble. If you give them a compliment, you're in trouble. So you can't win. Best thing to do is keep your mouth shut.
They want
Yeah.
they
Then
want
what do? You say Merry Christmas.
they want you to just do your job in the office and just not. You got to be very neutral. You can't be. It's almost like they want to do away with the two genders of the human race,
Yikes.
humanity.
Become androgynous peoples? No, thank you.
They want you to become androgynous. Yeah.
I'm against it. I'm not for it.
Now, Western Mike is pretty. He's pretty red pill. So I don't know what he's doing. You're out
Hey,
there.
James, what happened to that fellow from Scotland?
Oh, Jordy.
Yeah.
I sent him the link.
Because he's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty funny. He produces techno music. Oops. Now Mick got booted off, which it happens. See, he's got an iPhone, and the Apple forces you to use their browser, which is called Safari, which is not compatible with a lot of things.
That's weird.
Here he is. I knew he'll be back.
Window.
Now, did I tell you that there's been some sexually oriented posts, Commodore, on Facebook, and I sent it to Mick. One was about the Kama Sutra.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And the other one was a porno star that tells men that
of analingus.
they should eat ass.
That's funny.
They should eat ass.
Fresh out of a shower, yes.
Fresh out of the shower.
Not fresh out of that buffet that you guys mentioned. No.
Summer's Eve, spring fresh.
The buffet was good. It's just that the owner, who is an arrogant Turkish guy, he scolded me like I was a child for using the quahog to scoop up the zupa damar to pour it.
Why wouldn't he have a ladle in there? That sounds like incompetence.
He's yelling at me. He says, "You have to use a ladle, the stainless steel spoon." It's not my restaurant. It's not my restaurant. You prick. It's your restaurant. You're supposed to make sure the stainless steel spoon is there. I said, I said to him, "Yeah, you should see what I see in the men's room. If you're yelling at
James, tell Mick about Fatty Arbuckle dislodging the toilet bowl.
What?
In the
this obese guy, we called him Fatty Arbuckle. He sat on the toilet in the buffet men's room. He cracked. He
dislodged the whole toilet, Mick.
The whole
was
thing
there
was
water
like,
going everywhere?
No, but the whole toilet tank was crooked. It was like the leaning tower of toilet.
Oh boy.
Men around the world tend to be set in their ways, including this country. Yeah, well, humanity, they what they do is they They're like my grandfather used to say, you people are your own worst enemy. You cut your nose off to spite your face.
Hmm.
And it's true. And it's true.
I saw a good movie called You People on Netflix with Eddie Murphy and Louise Dreyfus, or what's her name
Oh
again?
yeah.
Oh,
The girl
Elaine.
from Seinfeld?
Elaine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Louise
Julia
Dreyfus.
Louise Dreyfus. Louis
Yeah,
Dreyfus.
she's funny. It's about a mix. Jonah Hill is in it, and it's about a mixed couple getting together, and it's their families are complete a-holes. It's really funny.
That's funny.
It's like
I'd
a
like to see it.
4-star
What's the name of
movie.
it?
It's called You People.
Oh, You People. That's funny.
Yeah, because you just use that phrase, "You people." James
You know,
did it,
you
yeah.
know what I used to watch when I had HBO when I was at the house.
Sopranos.
I used to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. with
That
Larry
was funny.
Oh, I like
too.
that. Larry David.
Yeah, and then they had Silky Smooth or whatever. JB Smooth is on it now. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, smooth operator. That James loves Sade.
Sade.
Cause I'm a smooth operator.
She's the place.
Oh,
She-
Yeah,
oh,
and Jeff. What's Jeff's last name? He's funny too.
Oh yeah, the whole cast.
Yeah. Oh, Super Dave passed away. He was on it for a while.
Super who?
Super Dave.
Super Dave. I remember him.
He died. He passed, unfortunately.
How old was he when he died?
I don't know. Super Dave Horowitz or something like
Yeah.
that. He was funny.
I don't remember him.
Did you hear that Jay Leno had a motorcycle accident?
Yep.
So he first
Yep.
torched
He
himself.
burned
then
himself.
He's too old for all this stuff. He needs to stop now.
Yeah,
He's dead. I'm not a huge fan of his, but I certainly don't wish him to die.
he should really sell off his
Yeah.
vintage collection.
You know who had a vintage collection of cars that rivaled his was the late Jeff Beck. God rest his
Wow.
soul. Got that meningitis checked out very quickly. He had a lot of American hot rods.
Oh, he died of meningitis.
Yeah, he caught meningitis. It was sad.
Yeah. Jay Leno should definitely auction off or sell, just sell outright sell his collection, and because then he doesn't have to worry about the warehouse to keep.
Well, I think he had his face had to be rebuilt. He got that badly burnt. So it's 28-7 Eagles in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't see this going the Niners' way. I don't think they're going to overcome this.
Yeah, I really was disappointed that Cincinnati won against Buffalo last week.
Buffalo something's wrong with them. They should have been in the Super Bowl twice already, and they really. I'm a fan of Josh Allen.
I like Josh Allen.
I mean, the snow.
He's a good quarterback.
They should have won in the snow. It was.
That's their weather. The snow.
Cincinnati looked like a better team that day. It really did.
I mean, that's like old-fashioned football. Is when there was no domes. There was no domes around, and they played in the snow and they slid around.
I know.
Like the Vikings in Minnesota, Green Bay at Lambeau Field.
Yep.
You know, they just Soldier Field where Mick is in Chicago. You know, they just slid around. They sucked it up and they dealt with it. The weather.
Yeah.
You know, all these these retractable domes and this indoor playing. I mean,
It sounds like a phallic symbol. My retractable dome fell out, and I had to put it back in my pants.
retractable gonads.
Dome.
Those are called go-go gonads.
All right then.
My retractable dome.
I retract those gonads.
Now, what was Mad Max was Beyond Thunderbolt?
That was a clunker.
Beyond
Thunderdong. It was a clunker.
Thunderdong with
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner. Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good movie. The original Mad Max is the best, then Road Warrior second best. That's for my taste.
Yep.
The
Remember,
Australian Mad Max was badass with those interceptors, those cars. I'm not a
remember,
Ford guy, but those are Fords and they're kind of cool.
remember Escape from New York with Kurt Russell?
I missed Escape from LA. I heard it paled in comparison.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
Yeah, it did. Escape from New York. They had that wrestler Ox Baker. Went.
Oh yeah, they had Ernest Borgnine. God rest his soul. He was in there. That was a good cast. The 7 best ways to celebrate the Lunar New Year. First turn Chinese, then go to a Chinese buffet, then move to China
Well,
and
it's
swear
the,
your allegiance to G.
it's the
President
year.
Xi,
It's the year of the wabbit. The squee wascally
and then
way.
start doing what are they doing it with TikTok? They're doing surveillance via TikTok. I could join that team.
I'm imitating a surveyor. Surveillant.
Yeah, surveillance of TikTok. They are. That's why I won't join TikTok because the Chinese government owns it.
Yeah, but my profile is skyrocketing. I already have over 2,055 followers.
I'm very happy for you. Has that changed your life in what way?
It changes my life because I can get people in time. I can get people to watch the show, participate.
Okay. Come on the show.
Come on down.
Coming out, people. What's that song? God, I can't remember the name
The
of that
Price is
band.
Right. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, I like- I like, my favorite was Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass on the dating game, playing the dating games.
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun,
Let me get the
dun, dun,
kazoo. Hold on.
dun, 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 dun,
Time for a little. I got it. Ready?
I like the song by the Youngbloods. Come up, people come together. You know that one?
Oh yeah.
I can't sing, so I won't even try. You know, come on, people now. Let's get together around love one another. That's a cool tune.
Yep.
Ooh, you're really an expert kazooist, aren't you?
I want to hear the juice hop. The boing 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 boing.
Oh, where
boing,
you can knock your
boing,
front
boing,
tooth out with
boing.
it? You can knock your front teeth out with that thing. Be careful.
No, I'm pretty good at it.
All right, well, don't knock your front tooth out. That's all I'm saying. It's like a talk box with a guitar, eh? Wah, 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 wah.
Walk, 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 walk.
Oh, Three Stooges. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why I oughta?
You know what? Oh, the fat kid at the ice cream section.
Yeah.
At the buffet,
Oh yeah.
they had
Spoiled brats with Krampus.
they had hard a hard ice cream station where you scoop your own ice cream.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. These kids, these little fat little boys with unsupervised parents, you know, younger generation parents, they let the yuppies let their kids do whatever they want.
Yeah, they run roughshod on the world.
Right. It's not their home. It's somebody's place of business. So the kids, they're like these little fat fucks are like climbing into the hard ice cream station. They're like hanging over, like halfway in, trying to stick their face your fat fucking face into the ice cream.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
booger snorts from the nose. And the what is it? The pistachio mint? Is that the one that you like? The pistachio mint?
No, well, it's not bad, but my favorite is green tea ice cream.
Oh, green tea. Yeah.
I like regular pistachio ice cream, no mint in it though.
Yeah, no mint. I like, yeah, pistachio is good by itself.
Yes, very
Pistachio
much
ice cream.
so.
Chocolate chip mint is too sweet for me.
I'm not a mint guy. Mint's okay. It's not my first choice in anything. I I like chocolate peanut butter ice cream is another favorite.
Yeah, I like that too. I like
Haagen-Dazs
butterscotch.
has-
Guadalajara. You like Mexican food? Guadalajara.
Ooh, somebody hurt their elbow. Shucks, I hope it's not the center. Jason Kelsey? Need some hot tea for those coughs.
Oh, I
Hot
got
tea.
hot tea. I got it on the
tea.
stove right
Hot
now.
tea.
Hot medicinal tea. Hold on, let me go get a refill because I got piping hot tea.
Hey, Commodore Jeff, how long have you lived in Canada?
Since 2001.
And are you a Canadian citizen?
No, I refuse.
Oh,
I'm a permanent resident. I'm a U.S. citizen.
so you're going to retire in Canada?
No, I'll get my Canadian pension. And when I'm 60, I'm 50. I'll be 58 in 2 months. So I got a couple more years to go. And then I want to come back to the U.S. at some point. I miss the United States.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, Canada seems like a fun place, but I don't know if I'd want to live there.
No, you don't want to live here. It's
Is
very
it cold
social.
there?
Is it cold up here?
Yeah.
No colder than it is down there. We're out in the
Okay,
ocean.
so it's a similar winters as the Midwest.
Yeah. See,
I'm in
we're
Chicago.
1 hour ahead of you. We're way out east
Okay.
towards
So
England. We're like if you're like the tip of Maine,
yes.
we're east of Maine.
Okay.
We're in the next time zone. So right now it's 6:44. Well, it's only
Oh.
5:44 down there, right?
No, it's 4:44.
Oh, you're 2 hours behind
I'm
there.
central. Yeah, I'm central.
Yeah, you're central. Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, they're showing the face of the coach in the Niners. He looks like he just got, given some bad news. He had that blank look. Yeah, you're
Oh,
down 28.
Shanahan?
Yeah, I like him, but 28-7 and you have a rotating quarterback, it's pretty tough to win.
It is.
I don't care how good your defense is, your offensive line. If you don't have, a number one quarterback, you might not win.
Exactly.
Excuse me. The only time I went to Canada, I was in the Boundary Waters. We were foraging with canoes. And I went to this island that was on Real People. Remember that show? And some woman.
Oh yeah, that's an old show.
Yeah, she made. I'm 56. She made homemade root beer that had alcohol in it, and we got to have it. It wasn't very strong, but we got to have a swig of that. It was 10 cents or 15 cents for this root beer. It was naturally made root beer. It was awesome.
Oh, that's good.
So we got to do that. That's the only time I've been to Canada. I did talk to some women up there, and I was going to visit, but I never did.
Yeah, I will say this much: the Canadian women are very, very beautiful. I mean,
The women?
the Canadian women are very beautiful up here.
Have you seen any of the native Canadian women up there at all?
Yeah, I don't care for them too much.
They're not
I don't
any
like
pretty
that look.
ones?
I really like, as James knows, I like pasty white, Irish, Scottish.
And I do not like that. So viva la différence.
I know.
I like
Viva
the-
la différence.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the dark skinned. I like white skinned. I don't like the China
No, I
white
love red.
freckles.
I love redheads with freckles and.
Yeah, redheads are attractive, but super white skin isn't my thing.
No, I love super white skin. Oh my
Cool.
God.
The carpet does match the drapes.
Canada has plenty of white skin.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, because
That's
the sun hits the earth more at a diagonal. Or-
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes.
That's why that's what the season of winter is. When we have winter here, the sun is not hitting the earth as directly.
Right.
It's on a slant.
Right.
Okay, and
I gotta go to the photocopy machine.
spring is less of a slant.
You're
And
talking about the Earth or a vagina slant? What slant are you talking about?
no, I'm talking about
Or a
the
slit?
position of the position of the earth in how
Oh,
the sun
not sexual positions. Oh, okay.
and how the sun hits it. You know what Nathan Bates from Tennessee told me. He says the Kama Sutra is good for young people who they can do all those acrobatics. He says I'm too old.
Ambidextrous people.
Huh?
Ambidextrous people.
Yeah. He says I'm too young. I'm too old for that. All the acrobatics.
Yeah, just got to deliver the goods. That's all.
Well, he probably doesn't work out. Like if you take a guy who always works out, even if he's if he's old and he's working out the same way he did when he was young, I guarantee you he can do a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Who's that? Kent Thiessen?
Anybody who trains like until their dying day, like who doesn't give up exercising, you know how like a lot of old people say, well, I can't do that because I'm old. Yeah, I can't do anything because I'm old,
Yeah, I still don't need Viagra.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, I get a hard on like there's nobody's business.
Yeah, it is nobody's business. Got it. Yep.
Well,
so you get so
so funny.
in other words, you're like a diving board. You're like boing.
Once again, scrotums, penis is not of my concern at all.
Yeah, he's pure alpha male, the McFarland Raven, and
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I got my own junk. I don't need to know of another's.
You got your own junk. You're
I
right.
do. I got my own, and I'm going with it, and that's about all I need to know.
You gotta
about.
go with it. I mean, it's what you
Well,
have.
yeah, some people can't ignore their sexuality. I'm not one of them.
Yeah, but you got $60. You very handsome. You know $60. You know handsome.
I love you long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no hookers for me. I'll take a pass. I want the natural born woman like that.
You want the boom boom?
The one I was dating from Nigeria that bugged out on me because she was religious and didn't want to have sex before marriage or some stupid thing.
Wow.
Yeah, she bugged out right at Christmas Eve. She did not return any phone calls, but she didn't have a car or a license. So I was like her taxi, and
yeah.
that was okay to say goodbye to that.
I think most prudes are full of shit.
Well, she said something about she felt guilty when we were fooling around, and I'm like, whatever. She didn't like the fact that I had a certain amount of ex-lovers. Well, I am, 56. So yeah, so my number wasn't that outrageous.
What are you supposed to do? Look in the crystal ball and say, well, I'm years from now, I'm gonna meet this woman that's Nigerian, and so I won't date anybody at all for years. Like,
Yeah,
of course you're gonna have a history.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
I mean, your present will become your history.
Exactly. Your sleep number is your sleep number. You can't change that, and why would you?
Why would you? Yeah.
You don't want to go out with somebody that's hardly had any sex. That's boring at this point in your life.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to go out with somebody that knows what they want, and you know what you want, and you come to some sort of agreement.
Yeah. Now, if you're with
It's just like getting a stick shift from JFK Airport to Southern New England.
All right.
Yeah, we're talking
Phallic
about
symbol.
We're talking about this feminist, self-proclaimed fitness guru who started doing seminars and advertising her seminars on Facebook all the time. And she went to pick up this very nice man that we know that is the #1 fitness guru of Eastern Australia and the South Pacific.
Yes.
And she flew him to Southern Connecticut to partake in a seminar,
Wow.
and she had to pick him up at JFK Airport in New York.
Okay.
So we made a joke, because we said, "Is he
Yeah,
gonna?"
we're blocked. We're blocked from her side.
Oh, good.
James,
Yeah, well,
we're blocked.
he's Iranian, so he.
Wait,
know,
the guy in
a lot of-
Australia is Iranian?
No, the guy from Australia.
Yeah, he's
He's
smart. He's a
Iranian,
doctor
you
and
just
he's an
said.
engineer.
Yeah, was he a chiropractor?
Yeah,
Hold on. So he's an Iranian living in Australia. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, but
yes, but
he's
he's a good man.
I didn't say he wasn't. I just trying to get it straight. I thought an Australian would come from Australia. That's all. So she picked up an Iranian, and he turned out to be
he's a very nice
part
guy.
of the Taliban.
We took no.
Oh, okay.
No, he's very professional, westernized, educated.
Okay. He's the Shah's grandson. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's the
So what did you say on her site that got you banned? Something about her going for
let me finish. He's a class act. So
Okay.
so what happened was we made jokes about him wearing the baggy workout pants, the genie pants.
Yeah, the loose fitting pajamas.
Right. And this woman doing a stick shift with his dick
And balls?
as she's driving him from the airport to the hotel in Connecticut. We were making stick shift jokes.
And she didn't like that, eh?
No judgment, no judgment, but she took it the wrong way. But the problem is she does like these half moon push-ups with her ass up in there, and she got like nice wide hips, and she was like very tight spandex. Anyways, so like these guys on the Facebook, not James and I, but other guys, they make comments like they get secret crushes on her, but they make it known public. So she's like on 10-minute rants, and because she's seeking sympathy from everybody. So then, yeah.
Well, they told her that they masturbated to her videos.
Yeah.
and
this is true. This is all true.
I'm sure it is.
This is all true.
When she does videos, she takes her tight spandex yoga pants and she brings her ass up in the air close to the camera all the time.
Is she attractive?
Okay.
Reasonable.
Yeah, okay.
Reasonably.
All right.
I wouldn't throw on a bed.
Okay. Let your wife know that.
Is this public?
Well, yeah.
Well, this is like a permanent record, like this video.
Now this other.
Wait, what the divorce lawyer will say? Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe there's room for 3. I don't know.
Well, this other fitness guru who is a college professor in England who lives in Western Australia.
He's
in
very
Perth,
cheap with his employees.
He's very smitten. He was extremely smitten by her, and he offered to pay for her accommodation and airfare to go on tour with him and do seminars all over the world. But he's a married man.
And stay in one room and use one bed. Gotcha.
No, did they have separate rooms or no separate beds?
You can't fuck that way, so probably not.
Yeah, so he got mad at us because we were making jokes about it.
Oh, his side dish?
Locker room jokes.
Wonder if his wife got offended on your behalf.
So he owns like three restaurants in Australia, and he's married and everything, and he's doing seminars with this girl, and meanwhile, I'm sure his wife doesn't know that he's traveling with her.
Is this girl single? The exercise guru woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But she's like a She's like a gun-ho
She's
feminine.
a shit
Uh
star.
oh, there's a fight breaking out in the Eagles game. The Eagles are up 31-7.
Woo!
And there's
Cool.
a fist fight breaking out.
We're in the stands.
Nice.
In the stands
No,
on the
No.
field.
on the field, not in the stands. No, that's Chicago White Sox used to have fist fights in the stands. A father and son got banned from there, so no, we're not in Chicago. This isn't Philadelphia. Where I'm sure they might do the same thing, but there's gonna be ejections, and there's 3 minutes 51 seconds left. So anyway, you have to send me a link of this exercise guru. Maybe I'll have to take a look.
Yeah.
Let you know what I think.
Female Empowerment Signature Series.
Oh,
It's called her
joking.
page is called Female Empowerment.
She's like Bobby Owen, Wayne Gretzky, and Aaron Judge all in one.
Is
Ew,
that
I
what-
don't like
is that
any
what-
men, so that
is that-
doesn't work for me.
Is that what her page is? Female Empowerment.
Yep. On no on the Rosewater Kinetics, it's Female Empowerment
Oh, that's on the
Signature Series on the
Rosewater Kinetics.
yeah, the reharvested wood from the side of the road, the highway.
Oh yeah, that guy he gets his wood from the ground
I think wood blocked from his page too, or something.
from the wood from the forest of Idaho.
What did you say? Jokes about getting wood?
No, this guy makes his
He charges like $400 for
yeah for a
Some
pair of light
carvings out of some old wood.
for a pair of light Indian clubs
with cracks in them.
with cracks in them because the guy from Perth, Australia, has his signature on the clubs. And he gets the wood from the forests of Idaho for free. Like he doesn't even have to pay for the wood.
Ooh, 2 players just got kicked out of the game.
Nice.
Yeah. 71 and one from each team. With 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go, and you're going to lose. You're not going to have a very good offseason being thrown out of a game.
All right, so
Team needs me because I can get thrown out of games.
So if there were important players, it doesn't mean a hell of a lot because there's only 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying when you're on the losing team and you do that in your offseason, you go into it as someone that was ejected from the game. It's not really good negotiating for you to get a new contract or anything. Just saying.
Yeah, you have to accept your loss gracefully.
So is Commodore, are you on FB?
Sure,
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
sure.
Yeah. So are you in our
I
group?
always see a post.
Are you in my group? Fuck you, Facebook.
Uh-huh. No, I try.
James.
I don't go into too many groups because I'm really big.
Well,
I'm really
you
busy
see
with
it in
things.
your
and-
feed. I mean, that's where you can get more information from us. The Fuck You Facebook group.
Yeah,
We're
he's
looking for people to join.
he's you can look him up. He's Jeff Zambello.
Yeah, but
Okay. All right.
don't add me because I got so much stuff going on in my life. I'm very picky, and yeah.
Well, you could go there and not get kicked out. That's all I'm saying.
382.
Yeah, you can express yourself without getting censored or booted or.
That's okay.
Eagles just caused a fumble,
Okay.
so I'd say good night, Irene, on that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good night, Irene. No, come on, Irene. Whoa.
Remember Our House in the middle of our street?
That song was so schmaltzy, I almost threw up in my mouth.
Yeah, it was very very sappy. You mean?
Yes,
Very
it schmaltzy, like, white person. Hey, no yawning over there. Not out loud. It'll make me tired.
Well, the man,
I'm 2 hours time zone ahead of you.
the man is.
Oh, well, then good night, Grandma.
The man,
This guy's funny.
the man is working. He's working on a Sunday. Oy vey, he's working.
It's a
on
day of rest. You got to go to the temple.
He's what did Archie Bunker say to the TV repairman? He says you're turning down business. Now that's against your religion.
That's funny. I love Archie.
Oh yeah, they just don't make shows like they used to. They're rebooting Night Court in that '70s show, and it's like, yeah, pales in comparison.
Well, the only one that I recognize is John Larroquette.
And he looks like he's a stand-in double for David Letterman with that beard.
Yes, he does. That's right.
Yeah,
Does,
and
does David Letterman still have a beard like Moses, like a
I
long
think
beard?
so. And poor Marky Post
Oy
passed
vey,
away.
oy vey.
Yeah, Marky
I don't
Post
think
passed
Moses
away
said oy
from
vey, though.
the Night Court, and then the guy, well, I don't remember the actor's name that played Harry Stone. He passed away.
Yeah, who was that other guy? The bald guy, Lurch.
Bull. I don't know if he's
Bull.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? He's not there. He died?
I don't know. Hold on, I'll try to look it up.
Is he's taken the dirt sleep, the great dirt
Yeah.
sleep, the great
Let's see.
dirt sleep.
Come on, Irene. Whoa, da, 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 da.
Come on, Irene.
Come on, Callie Calzone. Da, 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 da.
Harry Anderson was the gentleman that passed away that played Harry Stone,
Yes.
and Richard Mole. I don't. Let's see. Is Richard Mole
I
still
remember
alive?
Richard Mole.
Richard Mole's 80 years old, so I don't
Wow.
think he's going to be on TV. He's probably doesn't want to get on TV at 80. I'm guessing.
He'll keel over.
Yes. Oh man. So yeah, you have to send me a link to this exercise page. It sounds like a lot of fun. James,
Yeah.
I need a few giggles.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, she
Hey Jeff, I've got another page you should follow. It's called Lover with a Feeling. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Lover who?
With a Feeling, of course.
Lover with a feeling.
That's the name of a song. It's a
Hooked
blues
on a
song by
Feeling?
Little Walter.
Oh, Hooked on a Feeling.
No,
By B.J.
Love
Thomas.
Her with a Feeling. It's
BJ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
B.J. Thomas.
No, you guys smoked that up. I'm talking about a blues song called "Lover with a Feeling" by Little Walter.
Oh.
Little
Yeah.
Walter. Hey,
I'm
Western
in
Mike.
Chicago, the home of the blues.
Western Mike, charcoal gray sports jacket. Where are you? I send him the link.
All
Ooh,
right then.
Ooh. He's a sharp dressed
I
man.
haven't been able to, interlope and
He's
make
a
people
sharp
uncomfortable today.
ZZ
That's my
Top,
specialty. Interloping,
Oh,
being
ZZ
out of
Top.
control. Yeah, that album was made with only with a drum machine. That album.
I like legs.
Eliminator?
She knows how to use them. She's got legs.
Yeah, I can't believe they're touring without Dusty. It sucks. Dusty's gone.
He died. Oh,
Yeah, Dusty. He died 2 years ago.
Wow.
Dusty
Yeah.
Hill.
Song, blue singing.
All right, karaoke.
who's is absolutely fantastic at 80 some odd years old and he sounds the same.
Yeah.
Tom Jones,
Oh, yeah, I like Tom Jones.
very much so.
Very, very good guy.
Still married to the same woman,
Yeah.
which is frankly amazing.
Unusual to be.
Yeah, but
Not
she probably liked the
unusual for
money.
me to wear women's clothing. It's
Yeah,
not unusual.
Girls used to throw their phone numbers on paper airplanes at
The
them.
panties, the bras.
The panties, the bras, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You know who was like a huge infatuated fan in a nice way, in a male way. Elvis. Elvis loved the guy as a friend. He like would hang out with him in Vegas.
He idolized Tom Jones, didn't he?
Yeah, he used to hang out with Tom Jones in the hotel room and eat, watch TV, and
Yeah, I remember that. And he actually, I think he was talking to him one time when Tom Jones was trying to take a shower.
yeah, he was hanging. He was talking to him over the shower curtain railing.
And then
And
what?
he, and he,
Handed
and
him
he
the
says,
soap?
he says, could you please let me finish my
Yeah,
shower?
finish
here?"
my shower here.
He says,
Yeah.
I gotta do a gig tonight in the lounge. He had to perform, Tom Jones, that night. And,
There's a new box set of Elvis coming out. Elvis in concert, like a 6 CD set and then a Blu-ray DVD. Elvis does strike from the grave. He's making hits from the grave. It's amazing.
yeah, that guy really,
Knows how to belt them out from 6 feet below.
that
Does a
manager,
really good job.
Colonel, what is this, Colonel
Colonel
Tom?
Parker, who was not a colonel, and his name was
Colonel Parker.
He screwed him over big time.
They
Big
were gonna
time.
deport Colonel Parker. Colonel Parker was a deserter from the Netherlands Army.
Yeah, that wasn't his real name. He
No,
was
it wasn't. He
was
wasn't.
wanted.
Yeah, and
He
he's
He
the
wasn't
one,
even a colonel.
he is the one that got Elvis hooked on drugs, and he helped kill Elvis.
Yep.
He was a fugitive. He was wanted from in Europe.
That Elvis movie was like 4 stars.
Song, blues.
But Elvis was like an innocent, like a naive guy.
Well, his family had bad
Very
luck.
naive.
His mother was an alcoholic. His twin brother, died at birth, and
Yeah.
the mother died early on. And Elvis, there is people close to Elvis that said they believe it was a suicide when he died.
Well, if you're a drug addict and you overdose, you're doing it to yourself. So it is a form of suicide.
Yeah.
Well, Elvis wasn't at the best place in his life and career at the time when he died. Obese and all that.
Yeah, he was overbooked. That Parker scumbag overbooked.
Well, if you watch the movie, you'll find out Colonel Parker wouldn't let him tour the world because Colonel Parker would be arrested.
Yep. That's right.
That's why he did that thing from Hawaii. Elvis tried to get rid of Parker. Parker was like a cockroach cut under his foot, eating off the excrement on the bottom of his heels. Colonel Parker was a blood-sucking piece of shit. And Elvis should have gone to Japan. He should have toured the world, and Parker stopped it. And Elvis I don't know why Elvis didn't learn how to get around him and get rid of him.
Yeah, Elvis could have really made some major money if he toured the world.
Yeah, I don't know. It's sad what happened to Elvis. And
Yeah.
some people say, everyday people, bad things happen. I know, but Elvis was in the spotlight.
Why didn't someone? Why didn't other agents in show business approach Elvis and take him aside and say, "Look, do you have any idea what this Parker guy is doing to you?"
Well, you didn't do that then. They wouldn't jump on other people's toes. They didn't want it to be a free-for-all with the manager taking, so it was kind of crazy, I'm assuming. But Elvis should have known what was going to happen, He should have foreseen that Parker would have brought him down. So the next game is almost on. So the Eagles won convincing, like 31-7.
I'm going to go home soon because I want to see Joe Burrow win.
You mean go home to the U.S.?
No, to my house here in St. John.
Where are you? You're at work right now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
No, that's okay. I love what I do.
I
Don't
thought
feel
maybe
sorry for me.
You'd be working from your home office.
No. I can't work from home.
Listen, are you?
I like my home. It's too comfortable.
Too many distractions at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you have? Are you able to buy like smoked herring in the maritime provinces, like Scotch kippers and?
Yep, but it's in the cans there.
Oh, really? Not fresh
cans.
smoked herring from the smokehouse.
Yeah,
I
there's
like
lots of that.
Yeah.
I don't
like,
care for it.
So the famous food of Canada is seafood?
well, the maritime provinces.
The maritime provinces.
Yes. So they have good crab legs and stuff?
No, I think that comes from like Alaska and shit.
Yeah, that's a
I
lot.
thought Maine had crab legs.
No, lobster.
Oh, Maine has lobsters. Okay.
Yeah, lobster.
No crab? Gotcha.
No, not crab. That would be the North
No, that's what you get at a nightclub in New Jersey, in Atlantic City.
crabs. The Pacific Northwest is where you're going to find the Jonah crab, the Dungeness crab, the king
Well,
crab,
they do ship them out to, Chicago
snow
and
crab.
other areas.
the snow crab. Yeah. No, he's
Okay.
got up there. He's got cod, halibut.
Wasn't there a big
Herring,
problem in
scallops.
Alaska with the snow crabs? They didn't have any this year.
Yes, there is a big crisis.
What did they do? Overfish it?
Yes.
That's
Agreed.
Yep.
yeah.
Overfished.
That's horrible stuff.
Listen, when I talked to a commercial crabber, and I said to him, I used to get so upset when I worked in the fish market. We used to get the bushels of live crabs. I used to get so upset to find the females with eggs on their belly, clusters of eggs. They're supposed to throw those females back.
Oh, those idiots.
Those are the future generations.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's like really.
Did it happen often?
It happened often enough.
Yeah, I bet. That's
Because
horrible.
you get a few females that are loaded with eggs, and there's a lot of potential crabs.
Isn't it against the law to keep those?
It is against the law.
It is against the law. That shows you what scumbags these.
How long did you work in the fish market area, James?
Oh, I worked with seafood for 10 years.
And what made you quit? You hurt your back?
No, I get, it's a combination of first of all, like in the winter, my hands started hurting from the ice
Yes.
in the winter, and there's a lot of pieces of shit managers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
It's like being on a pirate ship and you're fighting. Yeah, they're really pricks. I've had some. Every manager I had was like, even though they were in the union, they were kiss ass company men,
Oh God.
and they would threaten to write you up and for every little thing, and they cut the hours. They start cutting the hours, and they expected me to serve the customer, break down the seafood case at night, close it, and sanitize everything by myself. Sanitize the department. I says, this place is turning into a sweatshop. I just want you to know that. And the union, they didn't go to bat for me.
Wow.
They don't really go to bat for you.
They take your dues though, don't they?
Yeah, and they give you doo-doo in return.
That stinks.
They don't. You know what union doesn't go to bat for their people? UPS. All those guys that load the trucks and unload the trucks.
Yeah.
That's like
Slave
being-
labor.
That's like slave labor the way they treat those people.
Well, they used to have jobs in the summer for people to work in the warehouse. I heard they worked them to death.
Yeah, and it's hot. There's no air conditioning in those.
Yeah.
Wow.
In those in those plants. They're actually plants, but you go in the truck, it's like a steam bath, and they only get a 10-minute break. They get like, it's a part-time job with full-time benefits, but they only get a 10-minute break. But by law, you're supposed, every 4 hours you work, you're supposed to get a 15-minute break, like according to labor laws. So every 4 hours you're supposed to get 15 minutes, but they didn't get it. They got just 10 minutes, and They used to count every second. Not for me, because I was in revenue recovery. I wasn't in the union then. I was from the Adecco agency, and I was in revenue recovery. But I used to see not only how the workers are treated, but how the packages are treated. They're so obsessed with speed that they don't care how many parcels get smashed. They don't care how many parcels get smashed. The management there, they really don't.
Wow.
So I have no good feelings about anybody in that company. But anyway, Mick, I'm going to close up shop. Let me wait for Mick to come back.
Okay, dokie. I was, doing some extracurricular activities, so
Yeah.
I went off camera and Mike.
Yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
no.
be going home soon to watch the football game with the Bengals
Yes.
and the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, you doing? Hey,
Sounds good. Go Bengals.
Go Bengals! Yes,
Bengals. Bengals
Now,
all the way.
Joe Burrow.
I wanna thank you, gentlemen, for coming on, and
Okay.
everyone in the commentary section. I want to thank them all. Western Mike didn't come aboard, but I tried. Thank you, Masumi. Thank you, Daryl Messias from Northern California. Thank you, Mr. Daryl Messias. Western Mike, Sundays are good. Thank you. Thank you, Masumi, and thank you, Ronnie S. in commentary. And the other guys are probably watching the game outside the house. They're probably at like a sports bar or something. I don't think they're home. Like Bart Robinson, I think he's it.
Yeah, but one of the guys is henpecked. We won't name his name, but maybe the wife doesn't want him on the show or something.
Well, she doesn't really want him to have any hobbies or interests or friends per se. She wants, this is what kills me. Now, we were talking about red pill alpha male talk. How come just because a woman, like they don't enjoy sex, like they act like they're doing the man a big favor, just because they give up their bearded cherry stone clam. Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Quahog. Just because they give up.
Except on the world tour. Then they become shikses.
Yeah,
oh boy.
Just because they give up their bearded cherry stone clam, they think that like the man becomes like a concubine. They're slave.
Do you remember the one? We won't say the ethnicity, but they lie there as a credit card, and then the man goes and gets a shiksa.
Yeah, a man should never have anybody crawl up his ass. They should have their own mind, their own hobbies and interests, their own life, their own identity. The man must always maintain his identity.
Is this the long goodbye?
But men, hey Mick,
Yeah.
men were made to procreate.
Yes, we were definitely made for.
When the hell did
knowledge.
monogamy come into play?
Carnal
Holy
knowledge should
sugar.
be part of our lives. Yes.
Holy sugar.
Carnal knowledge? Oh, carnal.
Cornhole knowledge.
Cornhole.
Hold on.
Hey, corn niblet knowledge.
All right then. On that note, good night, I say.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Thank
night, Irene.
Yes, the fat lady singing somewhere.
All right, you guys. Enjoy the football game tonight with Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Go Bengals.
Yeah, go Bengals. Good night, Paul. Bye.
Bye-bye.